and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an eye and lip combination from products or using products that I don't necessarily like or I didn't like on first impressions. So the first product is the eye palette, and it's the PS Chocolate Eyeshadow Palette from Primark. Now you would have seen me use the middle shade out of here, which is of course that one there. I purchased the palette for that shade, really liked the look of it, but when I applied it to the eye there was no colour payoff whatsoever. So I thought it would be a good idea to perhaps test this palette out again. So try that one, and then I thought I would do the same with this lipstick, and again it's from Primark. It's the PS Diamond Shine lipstick in the shade Frosted Kiss. So it looks like this. This one was £2.50, the palette is £3. And again, on first impressions, on trying this, I didn't really like how it applied or looked. Now, it was a little bit light. Now, when I swatched it in Primark, it looked okay. I thought it may, suit me. But when I tried it on its own, it was just too light. So I've got my NYX lip liner in the shade Natural to apply as well. Hopefully that will make it work, but I'm really hopeful to make these work. The only thing that I'm not keen on with the eyeshadow palette is I don't think the palette is cohesive in the fact that this is very, very light. It's a very cool toned shimmery eyeshadow, and when you've got these two warm tones you would have expected more of, I would say, more of a warm tone shimmer. That's just my opinion. But I'm going to give it a go, give it a second chance. I'm wearing the Bleeding Heart Baked Highlighter on my cheek. I actually applied the MAC blush in Mocha first of all, and then I thought I got really good feedback when I wore this the other day, so I thought I'd wear it again. A little bit more intense today because it's got that Mocha blush underneath, but yeah, really like the shine on it as well. But first of all, what I want to do, we all know it's Thursday, and I started last week doing a thank you Thursday, and if you didn't see last week's video, it is a thank you to my viewers, to you basically. And there is, as I mentioned last week, a group of you that comment nearly every day. Some of you every day, some of you every other day, some of you once or twice a week. I love the comments so much that I've decided to do a thank you Thursday every single week and say thank you to one of you and highlight you, we'll just personally say thank you. So last week, like I said, it was the first time, and this week I want to thank this person. They've now been with me quite a long time, and she always gives me fantastic comments, just like the lady that I mentioned last week. And yeah, I just want to personally thank her. And this week I want to personally thank Bev1959. That's her name on YouTube, and I think on Instagram as well, but definitely on YouTube. And Bev has supported me for a long time, just like the lady that I mentioned last week. And yeah, I absolutely love Bev's comments. I love to hear from Bev, always uplifting. And again, like last week, I'm so thankful and grateful, and the comments are always not just nice, because at the end of the day I don't expect every single comment to be really overtly nice. I want your opinions, but they're always very supportive, and the feedback that I get is positive, even if it's not necessarily something that you agree with. And Bev always gives me that support, the lovely comments, and I know that she absolutely loves makeup, cosmetics, because she's told me, and I just enjoy her comments. So for one last time, Bev1959, thank you so much for your beautiful comments. So moving on again to the look today. So like I said, I'm going to be using the PS Chocolate Eyeshadow Palette, and of course I'm going to be using my trusty Primark brush, as I always do. And the first shade I'm going to go in with is, of course, this one here. I'm going to try and see if it's going to work a little bit better for me this time. Now these shadows were slightly powdery. I did find that the chocolate palette, the chocolate bar palette within this range for £6 was a lot better. It was still a little bit powdery, but the shades were a lot more, they worked better together. They were much more cohesive as a palette, just, you know, amazing. So I've got my mirror here, so I'm just going to apply that first shade. Now there's a lot of powder flying about, which is what I'm seeing first. It is going on, and it's a shame because it's very similar to the colour of the top that I'm wearing, which I got from Primark. One of my favourites is the one with the fur sleeves. And it's such a shame that it's not a little bit more pigmented. I mean, I've put 3 or 4 layers on it now. So let's just pop this side on. Oops, I've got foundation or something in my hair. I'm having one of those days today. So you can see I've got foundation. Oh dear, I don't know how I did that, but anyway. So there's the eyeshadow on. I must admit that, I mean, I've done like 3 or 4, you know, taps into the palette. It's not too bad. When you look at it, you know, it's not too bad, but there is quite a hefty dent in that palette already, and I've only used it twice. But it's the amount of product that you have to put on to try and get any kind of pigmentation out of it at all. But it works well as a transitional shade. So let's try and get some positivity out of this shade. So the next one is going to be that terracotta shade next to it, and see how that one works. Again, when you put it on, there's a lot of eyeshadow, you know, there's like a cloud of eyeshadow flying off. So it is very, very powdery, and usually I would say, and I said this in, you know, the video when I was doing the chocolate bar look, you know, those shades are a little bit powdery as well. And, you know, I don't mind it being powdery because sometimes, or a little bit of fallout, because you know that it's going to give you, you know, a nice blend. But this, there's like a cloud of powder just coming off. Yeah, I mean, it is looking okay. If you like that natural look, you will love this. I think the only thing that I would say is that I could just do with one more shade. So you've got the, and I could probably use this. I mean, obviously I'm a light medium skin tone. If you are fairer than me, this would probably work very, very nicely, but I could just do with one more shade. Perhaps if this was going to be my perfect palette, I need it to be a quad with a deeper shade, because that looks really good, and I could just do with a little bit of deepness, you know, deep colour there, and that would probably actually be not too bad. So I think that terracotta shade has probably saved the palette for me, because it is actually a nice shade, but I could probably get away with using that even as a transitional, because when you look at it, you know, it looks a lot deeper in the pan, and then when you pop it on your eye, I'm having to put 4 or 5, you know, go into the palette 4 or 5 times to get it to where I want it on the eye. But it's better than what I thought. My eye looks quite dry though, with the amount of powder that's on there. Right, I'm going to put that same terracotta, and again I can see all of the dust flying up. That's actually worked quite nicely, hasn't it? That's actually worked quite nice. I like that. The deeper I'm going into the palette, the more or the better it seems, certainly with that terracotta shade, but there's a lot of fallout. If any of you saw the Subculture swatches, that's what I'm getting here. That one especially there's a lot of fallout. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, lots and lots of fallout. It does look quite powdery on the eye. To be honest, if I had to you know, compare this against Makeup Revolution, I mean, I've gone into these shades over and over again, sometimes 4 or 5 times, to even get the pigmentation that I've got on the eye at the moment. And I know this is only £3, but you can actually get palettes from Makeup Revolution for £3, £4, £5 that work well. And I suppose I'm so used to using that brand of makeup because obviously they're my favourite. I purchase from them most of the time, and when I do an eye look, sometimes even just a dip into, you know, one little touch, you know, and that's all you need. But I've gone in and I've done it 4 or 5 times, and this is what I'm left with. This is a light eye look to me. There's no, you know, if you really need an eyeshadow palette that is giving you a, you know, wearable daytime look if you can't wear too much makeup, then, you know, this would be for you. But, and I'm a little bit worried to actually put the shimmer shade on my eye, only because I don't like that light shade. I swatched it earlier and I must say that I've now got glitter everywhere because it was on my hands and I've touched under there and I can see glitter particles already. So I'm slightly worried what it's going to be like, and I think it's actually going to ruin the look, but I'm going to do it. So we're going now in with this shade here, which is the very, very light shade. I just prefer a warmer look, and yeah, I knew this was going to happen. The glitter has literally dropped on my face. When I swatched it earlier, it just feels like an eyeshadow that is full of glitter, and it's like a very inexpensive eyeshadow underneath. I can't really explain it, but I can see that the eyeshadow it's not going to stay on my eye. If you're going to use that colour, you may want an adhesive, you know, a proper eyeshadow adhesive to get that to work for you. I haven't got that because I don't usually need it, but it's actually dropped all over my face. Yeah. Not good. I'm not impressed with that shade. It's not a shade that I would wear, but I just don't like that one's worked better. I'm going to put a little bit around the actual eye as well. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now when you put your brush into it, so I've only just tapped it, I don't know if you can see it, but it's left a huge dent in it. So this, to me, it's a weird formula. I'm just going to put it around the eye. It's strange. It seems a weird formula. I'm just going to show you that if you put your, oops, let me just see if I can do it here. I haven't got the, you can't see it now, but wherever I go, it's leaving a dent. I hope you can see that. it seems like, I tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Cube and I can't remember the other shade. Cube and there was like a greeny shade in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is what it's like. It seems like it's a powder, but it's a cream. But when you feel it, when you put your, swatch it with your finger, it's like a powder. It's strange, and I didn't have good results with that. So I think straight after this video, I'm going to remove it because it actually caused my eye to flare up with eczema, and it took me months to get over that. So I'm going to remove it afterwards. Not impressed by that at all. If there is another one of these in Primark, I don't think I'll be purchasing it, just because I don't like that formulation for that one. Not impressed. Okay, and usually I'm very positive on my channel. I usually like everything. I'm usually try and make a positive out of something, but I'm really just not impressed by that at all. It's already gone on my eye there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that palette. So I'm now going to line my lips with the NYX lip liner. And I'm getting the lipstick. So again, this is the Diamond Shine lipstick. It was £2.50 and the shade is Frosted Kiss. And I really like the packaging on this. It's got that glitter to it. Really, really pretty. The only thing that I can say that's negative is that Makeup Revolution's Life on the Dance Floor lipsticks are £3. This is £2.50, so there's only 50p in it. And I must say that this packaging does look a lot cheaper than the Makeup Revolution. I don't know how Makeup Revolution do it. Okay, so this is a peach colour. Now when I applied this on its own without the lip liner, it did actually make me look a little bit ill. So today I'm hopeful that this is going to look okay with the lip liner. So here goes. Now I really do like that. I really like the colour. The only thing is that my lips are extremely dry at the moment. I don't usually suffer from dry lips, but I've worn something over the last couple of days that was not very good for my lips. I don't know what it was, but it has dried them out. So this is highlighting the dry patches. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, because there's a lot of shimmer, but the colour as a whole, I really wanted to try a peachy lipstick because I thought it would work very well with my skin tone and my colouring, and I must say that it does. The colour looks absolutely beautiful, a lot better than when I first applied it. I don't know if it was the first layer, but I could hardly move the lipstick across my lips. It seems now that I've swatched it a couple of times, it's more creamier. It feels more creamier when I'm putting my lips together. I love the colour. I mean, I love the eye look actually. I'm warming to it. I just wish there was a little bit of darkness there. And it's the that glitter. I'm just not that keen on the glitter shade. I like personally warmer shades, and it is just like glitter in a cream, in a, I don't know, I mean you won't be able to see it, but there is glitter all over my tabletop here, and I just can't wait to remove it actually. So what I would say at the end of that try on is I would probably not recommend this. I would go for the other, if you want to get something out of the chocolate palette or chocolate collection from Primark, I would definitely go for the larger one that is £6. absolutely. I didn't have any problems with that. The eyeshadow kept on. It, you know, and I've worn it a couple of times now, and it still looked good, you know, in the second application when I wore it myself over the weekend. So I was impressed with that. The lipstick, I felt that on this time on wearing it, it looks a lot better with that lip liner, and it seemed to me that the first time that I actually swatched it, it seemed very, very dry. But now that first layer of the lipstick has been removed, it actually looks very, very nice. I just hope that it doesn't dry my lips out anymore. So yeah, that is my thoughts on that. Of course, I would love your thoughts on that, and obviously again, you know, it's Thank You Thursday, and yeah, I would also really, really appreciate it if you kept your comments coming, because I know that some of you may be disappointed that you haven't been mentioned last week or this week, but I am going to be mentioning you each week, one person per week. And you know, as the weeks go on, you know, I will, you know, it's difficult because I can only mention one person a week, and at the moment, you know, it has been the two people that I've mentioned. But don't be disheartened, keep those comments coming in. I really enjoy them. I love hearing from you. I love hearing your thoughts. You're all absolutely so lovely to me. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you are brand new to my channel, if you've just stumbled onto my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. I do a video every single day apart from Sundays. And until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.